God meets us where we are and invites us to meet Him where He is. In the stormy circumstances of our lives, when we are gripped with fear and doubts, God enters into the place where we are physically and spiritually and invites us to meet Him where He is, as Jesus did with Peter in today's gospel. At the age of 4, I knew that God was everywhere. I spoke to Him. But as I grew toward manhood, the more I learned, the less I believed in God. When I was 21, my superior intellect told me that God was a fake. Heaven could not be up and hell could not be down, because in space there is no up or down. And I knew that everything in creation dies, including the smallest insect and the biggest star. These words were written by Jim Bishop, the author of many best-selling biographies and histories. Then one day he continued, I felt a new experience. I saw the miracle of birth, Virginia Lee, a child of my own. And it turned my wandering mind around. I began to doubt my doubts. Gradually, I lost faith in my intellect. It was not supplying the needed answers. I could not see the air, but without it, I would die. Thus it is, I decided with the spirit of man. I needed something to breathe life into a soul that had been crushed by the dominance of the human mind. What Jim Bishop needed was faith. I was a slow learner, he said, but somewhere, as I groped my painful way, I found my soul. I knew it was there, wounded, bleeding, perhaps, but alive. I began to pray. And as faith returned to me, I feared that it might dissolve again. So I prayed for continuing faith. It was only when I gave up, when I let go and allowed myself to be carried by God, that I really feel His presence. He was there and I knew it. I had wanted proof, something for my eyes and ears or hands. He wanted me to believe without it. Faith and trust are what He required of me, and He never rested till I found them. These are words of Bishop. Like Peter and Bishop, we too can have the experience of God meeting us where we are. The God who loves us so much that He will show up and He will meet us where we are to bring us wholeness of life. And if we want to grow into the kind of beautifully fulfilled persons God created us to be, is to trust Him unconditionally and give up on the notion that we are in control of events. To meet Him where He is and give up on the idea that we are in charge. And pray for continuing faith and give up on the idea that we can do it our way instead of God's way. God bless you.